barrow. And his two touch judges are Messieurs Muir and Hope. So both sides desperate for league points this afternoon. Barrow still seeking their first victory of the season. Leigh on the wrong end of a home defeat last week by Halifax. So referee Mr. Tidball ready to get things underway. Marwood with the kick-off for Barrow, taken by the Leigh wingman Ledger inside his own 25. Tattle coming in from Shaw. So Leigh in possession from the kick-off. Potter first man in, up to the 25. Barty moves it left to Case. Shaw in with the stop once more for Barrow. Barty now to Brown. Brown puts in the kick. It's dropped by Stott. Knock on indicates referee Tidball. And we'll have our first scrum of the game, midway between halfway and the Barrow 25. So Lang feeds, possession to Leigh. Jeffrey brings in Iro, topping on the charge. Wild ball, lost by Woods, picked up by Fletcher. Ball dropped. Ball still loose. Referee calls them back for the knock-on. Well, Leigh have got head and ball, so the referee's given the first knock-on. But the referee Tidball, in fact, he's changed his mind, and now Marwood feeds, comes away with the ball. Westhead quickly out of the pack for Leigh. Barrow looking for early points. Kearns brings in Dunn. Big number 8 from New Zealand making his debut for the home side. And Leigh penalised for offside. First penalty of the game goes the way of Barrow. So what will Dean Marwood do? Looks as though he's going to elect to go for goal. Just 2 minutes on the watch. Marwood some 37 yards out, just to the left of the Leigh post. So Dean Marwood's first attempt of the game, kicking into the brilliant sunshine here at Craven Park. That doesn't put him off. 3 minutes of the match gone. Barrow go ahead by a Dean Marwood penalty goal, and the scoreline is Barrow 2, Leigh 0. So that's Barrow's first points here at Craven Park this season. They lost their first home league match against Salford by 31 points to 0. They got the early start this afternoon, and now they're up to their own 25 with Shaw. Not the best of passes from Jackson. In fact, Leigh come up with the ball. Potter now out to Collier. Leigh with a good line out here. Westhead tries to crash down the middle. Good defence though from Burns. And Leigh in possession just short of the Barrow 25. Potter now. Shaw in with the tattle once more. Leigh take play into the home 25 for the first time in the game. Lang now out to Jeffrey to Lang. Lang dodges under the first one. Iro now with it for Leigh. Can Iro scatter them? Gets the ball away to Rapati though. Jeffrey keeps it moving to Case. Case pushes them off. Great run from Case. Great stop from Kearns in the end. Leigh right under the barrow post now, moving it right. 2 men marking the play of the ball. Leigh get the penalty right in front of the home post. And skipper Peter Brown calls upon centre John Woods to try and put his side back on level terms. No mistake from Woods. Just over 4.5 minutes of this game gone here at Craven Park. Second division fixture, of course. Scoreline of Barrow 2, Leigh 2. So Marwood back at the centre with the restart for Barrow. Kick goes deep. Topping knocks on though. Right under his own post. And we'll scrum it 10 yards out. Leigh claiming he played it with his feet, but referee Tidball will have none. Marwood to feed. Good attacking position for Barrow. Barrow looking to work a move here. Shaw comes up with the ball. Possession to the home side once more. Jackson behind the play of the ball. Marwood short ball dropped by Pemberton. Relief for the visitors. Despair for the home side. Leigh now. Potter goes without it though. And we'll scrum it once more inside the Leigh 25. Marwood to feed once more, and a penalty for second row feeding this time. Gives a penalty to Leigh. And Topping will take the kick for touch. So Topping finds touch for Leigh, 10 yards outside his own 25. Reparty with the tap. First one in his case. Good tackling by the second row pair of Kendall and Cartmel. Wild pass. Jeffrey picks up the pieces for Leigh. Sidesteps past one man into the arms of Cartmel. Reparty moves it left to Lang. On to Woods. Woods looking for a way through. Dodges and weaves well to Jeffrey. Good ball out to Ledger. Ledger has the pace. Steps inside Shaw. Can't step inside Pemberton though. Good cover from the prop. Good play from Leigh. Jeffrey now to Lang. Terrible pass misses out Reparty. Collier picks up the pieces. Falls to a tackle though by Dunn. So Leigh on halfway. Iro now to Reparty. Westhead couldn't take the pass. Simpson drops on it. Possession for Barrow once more. Stop now. On to Marwood. Brings in the fullback. Trainer well stopped though by Brown. Jackson now to Marwood. Short ball which Barrow didn't really look for. Lang gets it out well to Westhead. Topping in the line. Topping comes back but throws it away. Westhead picks it up. Woods now for Leigh. No one with him. Woods forced to go back the other way. Brings in Jeffrey. Jeffrey tries to sidestep Kearns. Can't outwit the Barrow standoff. Leigh move it left once more now with Potter. Good tattle from Pemberton. Potter now moves it left to Case. Not the best of passes. Good defence from Jackson. Lang on to Brown now. Brown slips. He tries to move forward. Harwood makes the tattle. Party now to Lang. Jeffrey looking for the gap, which wasn't there. Fine tattle again from Pemberton. Iro now looking to scatter them. Gets the ball out well. Brown throws it away to Westhead. Westhead tries to straighten the move up, but the tackle comes in from Simpson, and it's the 6th tackle, and Barrow get the advantage of the first turnover of the game. 9 minutes gone, still 2 points each. Barrow in possession with Kearns inside their own 25. Move the ball out to Simpson. He's well wrapped up by Collier. Stop now. Case and Rapati with the stop for Leigh. Kearns now. Marwood hands it on to Pemberton. Solid tackling by Brown and Iro for Leigh. Shaw throws it back for the kick from Marwood. Sits up nicely for Ledger. Ledger tries to get round Fletcher but can't. So Leigh back in possession. Woods now to Topping. Topping tried to crash through. 3-man reception committee from Barrow meet him. Potter now. Good defence again by Shaw, but he's penalised for punching in the tackle. Leigh will get their 3rd penalty of the game. Comes after 10 minutes. And will they go for goal? Skipper Brown calls up John Woods once more and asks him to go for points. Westhead been receiving treatment for Leigh for 2 or 3 minutes now, still receiving treatment from the physio, but Woods with the penalty attempt. Fine kick indeed. Puts Leigh ahead for the first time in the game. We've had just 10.5 minutes of this match here at Craven Park, and Leigh lead by 4 points to 2. Selby Marwood with the restart once more for Barrow. Good deep kick, taken well though by Ledger, but he's stopped by Cartmel and Shaw. But Leigh back in possession on their own 25. Potter goes from acting halfback, tries to brush off Kendall, but gets the ball away well to Rapati. He gets away from Dunn, but not Jackson. Topping now at acting halfback to Brown. Brown puts the kick in. Comes off a Barrow player, Ledger picks it up, Rapati. Langwell spotted though by Kendall. Woods now. Woods looking for the break, a fine break by John Woods. He's got Jeffrey with him, just the full-back to be. Has Jeffrey got the pace? Gets it on to Lang, the support was there from Leigh. Try scorer is Sean Lang. In for the injured club skipper Bob Beardmore. Sean Lang gets Leigh's first try of this match. Fine play in the 12th minute, and Leigh stretched their lead to 6 points. It's now Barrow 2 points, Leigh 8. So Woods with the conversion attempt from in front of the post. 3 out of 3 for the Leigh centre. 12.5 minutes gone. Barrow 2 points, Leigh 10. Fine break by Woods down centre field, set up the position. Jeffrey took it on, was stopped by a Burns tackle, but Lang was in support as well. A good team try from Leigh. A move of 60 yards, giving them their first try of the afternoon. So Marwood with the restart. Ledger takes it, hands it on to Westhead. Cartmel makes the tackle for Barrow. So what can Leigh do again? They must be encouraged by that try. Potter loses the ball though. Knocked on though by Jackson. Referee gives the first knock on against Leigh, claiming Barrow didn't get an advantage, so Marwood will feed for the home side. Well, that certainly went Barrow's way, but Leigh got possession from it. Good playing by Sean Lang. Brown now to Potter. Potter goes forward, tackled by Shaw. Iro now. Tries to go from acting half-back. Stopped though by Simpson. Leigh still short of halfway. Reparty now moves it out to Case. Case looking to unleash the ball, but there's Jackson, Pemberton and Shaw in on that stop for Barrow. Lang now to Brown. Leigh get a little mixed up, but Brown almost rectifies things, makes a half break up to halfway. Last tattle. Woods attacking half back. Dummies, then puts the kick in at the second attempt. Finds touch just short of the home 25. And Leigh will be quite happy with that. Promising start by the visitors. 2 points down after 3 minutes. Now 10 points to 2 ahead. Marwood with the feed again. This time it's possession to Barrow. Fine break by Marwood. Appeared to be a high tattle coming in from Westhead, but he gets away with it. Kearns now. It's now with Shaw. On to skipper Kendall. He stopped just short of halfway. Shaw once more. Brings in centre Simpson. Good defence from Collier for Leigh. Kearns now to Marwood. Well spotted by Case. Taking Cartmel as he got the ball. Marwood now to Dunn. Dunn gets away from the first tattle. Not a good pass though. Woods now for Leigh. Couldn't get it away to his wingman. Trainer make a good stop for Barrow. Westhead now to Reparty. Reparty forced to take them on. Burns with the stop for Barrow. Leigh just inside the Barrow half. Case shrugs 2 tattles off, gets it away to Brown. Lang looking for the gap. And tattle coming in from Hooker Jackson. Woods now for Leigh. On to Potter. Potter goes down centre field. Woods again. Kick ahead. Ball bounces kindly for the fullback. But referee waves all on. Barrow in possession with Andy Fletcher. Clears his own 25. Kearns now brings in Dunn. Reg Dunn, big New Zealand number 8 for Barrow, runs into Leigh's New Zealand number 8, Peter Brown. Marwood dummies with the kick. It's the ball out well again to Fletcher. But Woods wraps him up for the visitors. Marwood now to Kearns. On to Pemberton. Jackson now out to Kearns. Great tackling from Jeffrey. Last tackle indicates the referee. Shaw finds a good touch, just short of halfway. We'll scrum it down in front of us. We've had 17 minutes of this second division fixture. That's the scoreline of Barrow 2, Leigh 10. So Lang with the feed, possession to Leigh. Jeffrey tries to outwit Kearns once again. Good tackling from the home standoff. Standish, nowhere to go. A Stock gets in the tattle. Jeffrey to Reparty. On to Lang. Collier, but great defending by his opposite number, Kendall. Iro now. Well, they just can't get Iro down. It's the last tattle indicates the referee. Lang now. Jeffrey, but going without it is Standish. Ball goes out of play. In fact, the referee gives the turnover. Second of the game in favour of Barrow. Shaw now from acting halfback. Good tackling by Brown. Jackson now behind the play of the ball. Marwood. Brings in a skipper Kendall once more. Westhead concedes a needless penalty by lying on at the tattle. Skipper Brown questions the decision. Tidball makes it quite clear to everyone on the ground that it's lying on at the tattle. And Marwood with the kick for touch. Finds touch midway between halfway and the lead 25. So can Barrow come back in this game? 8 points adrift at the moment. Kearns now to Marwood, on to Shaw. Bring in Dunn. Half stop by Wested. Collier completes the stop for Leigh. Kendall now to Marwood, on to Shaw. Long ball out to Simpson. And a silly headbutt from Nigel Simpson. Tackle had been completed. Referee had shouted held. It's got to be a penalty Leigh's way, although the touch judge from the far side has come on to join in discussions as well. So referee Charlie Tidball from Wakefield lectures Nigel Simpson. Use of the headbutt. Not very popular with the home supporters. But Topping with the kick for touch for the visitors. Takes play up to halfway. Reparty with the tap. First one in is Brown. Good tattle from Kendall. What can Leigh do from this position? Reparty now to Lang. On to Jeffrey to Lang. Collier looking for the gap. Seemed to be a high tattle again from Simpson. Not a good pass, picked up well by Jeffrey. Couldn't release the ball in the tattle. Good defence from Barrow on this occasion. Reparty now moves it left. Woods to Lang. Good defence again on Topping. And the tattle from Pemberton forces him to lose the ball in the tattle, and we'll scrub it on halfway. Marwood to feed again. Well, John Westhead limps off for Leigh to be replaced by Tony Cottrell. Just 21 minutes of the game gone. Westhead did have a spell of treatment early on in this game. Well, Cottrell goes into the loose forward position, but one would think it would only be for this scrum. Kearns now, they bring in the fullback. Good tattle from Jeffrey. Marwood now, on to Dunn. Dunn gets a good one-handed pass out to Stott. Collier and Woods make the stop for Leigh, but Barrow suddenly looking bright and breezy. Kendall throws it away. Shaw finishes up with it. Good tackling in the end by Potter. Marwood going nowhere. Case stops him in centre field. Jackson now onto Kearns. To second row forward Cartmel. He gets it away to Dunn. Dunn looking to release it inside to Kearns. Does so. Case with the stop. Last tattle indicates referee Tidball. Marwood with the kick ahead. Well spotted, well read by the Leigh fullback Topping, but a great kick from Marwood. Potter with the relieving run for Leigh, stopped just short of the 25. And Potter gets up slowly for Leigh. Collier now on the charge. Good defence again by Cartmel. And now we've got 3 Barrow players marking the play of the ball. So referee gives Leigh a penalty on their own 25. And it'll be Topping with the relieving kick to touch. 23 minutes gone at Craven Park. It's Barrow 2, Leigh 10. Fine kick from Topping, right over the main stand on the far side of the field. Finds touch 5 yards short of halfway. Lang now, Leigh looking to run it here. Jeffrey drops the ball though. Picked up by Kendall. Possession to Barrow. Jackson now, Leigh penalised for offside. Brings ironical cheers from the home supporters. Barrow's 3rd penalty of this first half. Marwood again looking at the goalposts, electing to go for points to reduce the deficit. This time he's 45 yards out and to the right of the lead post. So Marwood, one goal to his credit so far this afternoon. Pays to have the distance once more. Dean Marwood gets his second penalty of the afternoon for Barrow. We've been playing almost 25 minutes here at Craven Park, and the scoreline now reads Barrow 4 points, Leigh 10. So John Woods at the centre with the restart for the visitors. Possession to Barrow, picked up by wingman Fletcher in the end. Kearns now behind the play of the ball. Tries to go it alone, stopped by Rapati. Jackson now brings in Dunn. Rapati with the stop again for Leigh. Jackson again, a terrible ball to Marwood, picked up by Trainer this time. Barrow still trapped inside their own 25. Jackson to Marwood. Long ball finds Stott. And he runs inside into a three-man Leigh tackle. Last one indicates the referee. Got two Leigh players marking the play of the ball. Gives a penalty to Barrow. So Leigh concede a silly penalty on the sixth tackle. Barrow will kick for touch and have 6 more. Kick from Marwood, takes play up to halfway. Jackson with the tap now. Marwood on to Shaw, but Barrow lying too deep for that move. Potter and Collier, the Leigh tattlers. Dunn now. Cottrell in on that stop, along with Jeffrey and Potter for Leigh. Marwood now. Out to Kendall, to Shaw. Bring in full-back Trainer, great tackle from Iro. A better play from Barrow. Kearns now, inside to Marwood. Rapati read that one well for the visitors. Shaw behind the play of the ball. Out to Kearns. Bring in Cartmel. The Leigh defence does its job once more. Marwood. Ball's worked its way out well. All on, says the referee. 6 more tackles for Barrow, indicates the referee. Ball coming off the Leigh substitute, Tony Cottrell. Jackson goes from acting half-back, but can't escape the clutches of the Leigh skipper Brown. Kearns drops the ball, and the referee calls them back for the scrum. So Barrow want to make a substitution now. Andy Fletcher has limped off. On comes substitute Dave Townsend, another New Zealander making his debut for the home side this afternoon. Lang feeds the scrum, Leigh come up with possession. Great tackling though by Kearns. Topping now for Leigh. On to Potter. Potter runs into Kendall's tackle. Gives his side time to regroup. Rapati now. Out to Collier. This time the tattlers are Pemberton and Simpson. Rapati now. But Lang drops the ball. Scrum it 10 yards inside Leigh territory. 11.5 minutes of the half remaining. Leigh still 6 points ahead at 10 points to 4. So Potter now has assumed the loose forward role for Leigh. Possession goes the way of Barrow. Dunn going from acting half-back. Gets away from two tattlers and he's going to score in the corner. Great debut try for Reg Dunn. Poor defence by Leigh on this near side. And a 40-yard run from a big number 8, Reg Dunn, brings Barrow right back in this game because they now trail Leigh by just 2 points. It's Barrow 8, Leigh 10. And that's just the inspiration Barrow wanted. Had a good spell for the last 5 minutes, keeping the pressure on Leigh. But that try came from nothing. There certainly didn't to be anything on for Dunn when he went to acting half-back down in front of us. But now Marwood with the opportunity to tie things up. Just a couple of yards in from this near touchline. 2 goals so far this afternoon. Wide with that one. That's a better scoreline as far as the home supporters are concerned. 9.5 minutes of this first half remaining. It's now Barrow 8 points, Leigh 10. So Woods once again with a restart for Leigh. Picked up by Kendall. Collier with the stop for Leigh, but Barrow clear their own 25. Jackson tries his luck from acting half-back. Collier with the stop again. Marwood now looking to bring the runners into the game now, Barrow. This time it's centre Burns. Marwood tries from acting half-back. Woods read that one well for Leigh. Jackson again. On to Kearns, on to Cartmel. He gets that one away to his skipper Kendall, but it was forward, well spotted by referee Tidball. But certainly in the last 5 minutes, Barrow appeared to have found another gear. Lang with the feed for Leigh, and Barrow come away with that one. Good line out as well. Burns straightens the move up. Good defence on halfway by Topping and Iro. Barrow on the move once more with Shaw. Bring in Wingman stopped. Crossing indicates the referee. Penalty goes Leigh's way once again. I make that a penalty count in Leigh's favour now of 6-4. And scrums are 6-4 in Barrow's favour. So Topping makes 15 yards, takes play back into the home half. This man in his case. Kendall and Jackson, beg your pardon, Pemberton and Jackson make the stop. Lang on to Brown, inside to Lang, sit away to Collier. Collier shrugs off 2. Up to the home 25. This is better from Leigh. They've not had the ball for a good spell now. Lang now on to Jeffrey. Looking for Cottrell. It's it to Woods. Woods throws it out wide to Brown. Brown inside to Iro. To Jeffrey. Jeffrey can't outwit the fullback. Good cover from Trainer, but good play from Leigh. Leigh with a good line out here now. Standish in at the corner. Leigh get their second try of the game. Comes from wingman Wayne Standish and stretches the Leigh lead to 6 points. It's now Barrow 8, Leigh 14. Well, following Barrow's best spell of the game, Leigh have come back at them in the best way possible, with points at the other end. Woods now with a conversion attempt. Short. And Leigh with a 6-point advantage now. We've got 6 minutes of this first half remaining, and it's Barrow 8 points, Leigh 14. So Dean Marwood once again with the restart. This time the kick is low. Goes through the legs of Cottrell. Cottrell gets out of the first tattle. Takes it to the 25 before being stopped. Topping now. Tries to crash through. Still going. Good run from the Leigh fullback. Pemberton makes the stop eventually for Barrow. Party going from acting half-back. Takes it up to halfway now. Leigh on the move now. But all Barrow caught offside. So Peter Brown takes the kicking over this time. Fine kick, takes Barrow back to within 15 yards of their own try line. Leigh with a good attacking position inside the last 4 minutes of this first half. Lang now, on to Potter, to Lang, on to Collier. Collier stopped by Shaw and Marwood, but Leigh 10 yards short. Good line out here. Iro on the charge, just tries to shrug them off. And stretches over and gets his first try for the Leigh club. Well, Tony Iro must have scattered 3 or 4 would-be tattlers there. It's a vital try for Leigh just 4 minutes before half-time. A second try in a 3-minute spell. And Leigh now go 10 points clear at 18 points to 8. Woods with the conversion attempt once more. That's his 4th goal of the afternoon. Just over 3 minutes of the half remaining. Leigh in a comfortable lead now, because the scoreline is Barrow 8 points, Leigh 20. So Marwood again with a restart for Barrow. Cottrell plays that with his foot and tries to take on Kendall and Shaw. Potter again, going through a lot of work this afternoon. Ian Potter. Reparty onto Case, to Lang. Good tattle coming in though from Burns. Reparty gets it away in the end though to Case. Case gets it away now to Lang. Tattle comes in from Simpson, all a bit scrappy, but Leigh trying to keep the ball moving. Party on to Iro. Iro stopped 10 yards short of halfway. Reparty now to Brown. To Woods, topping, fine break by Jeffrey. Jeffrey sidesteps inside, still going. Ball's lost, it was the 6th tattle anyway. The referee gives Barrow a turnover, the 3rd of this first period. And here comes fullback Trainer with a run. Potter with the tattle for Leigh. All Leigh caught offside to Mr. Tidball's left. Just 90 seconds of this first half remaining. Barrow get their 5th penalty of the game. Marwood finds touch, 10 yards inside the Leigh half. Steve Jackson with the tap. First man in is Pemberton. Party and Brown with a stop for Leigh. Using the short side with Cartmel. Good defence from Woods. Barrow up to the Leigh 25 again. Can they claw their way back into this game again? Dunn, a wild ball, finds its way to Trainer. Jeffrey makes the stop. Barrow just lost the momentum of the move there for a second. Kearns now to Marwood. Out to Simpson. Hiro and Standish with the stop for Leigh. Stop now to Kearns. Out to Dunn. Dunn moves it to Jackson, to Skipper Kendall. He gets the ball away, but the ball is knocked on and will scrum it 5 yards outside the Leigh 25. 40 minutes is up for this first period. Move into added time. Lang to feed for Leigh. Leigh come up with possession. It's the Hooter goals to bring to an end the first half of this Stone Splitter Championship second division fixture here at Craven Park, and it's a half-time scoreline of Barrow 8 points, Leigh 20.